Welcome to SportsVision on WTMB. Joe, Mike, no bear, no Izzy, no chicken, no biscuit.
But lots of baseball. District action going on at Cleveland High School. We've got 2 games for you, and we'll have the other 2 next week that we're going to have. Got some derby action, and wow, we got to get going. Lots to get in. Let's take off this blowout brewing early as McMinn, they're jumping on BC right off the bat. They put a 4-spot at the top of the first cap by this home run blast over the right field wall by Heath Comerford. McMinn team is going to be pumped when you see them coming around third base. They feel a spot in the final. This is the winner's bracket. Both teams here undefeated. The winner is guaranteed to be in the final 2, sitting around till Wednesday night to see who wins, who doesn't. BC trails 4-0 after that home run before they even get a chance to swing the baseball bat. So we move to the bottom of the second. Now 2 down, but like all teams, McMinn wants no part of Ryan Castile. Look at that, he gets a walk right there. Base on balls right there. Top of the second now. We have McMinn back at it. This is the 2nd home run in just 2 innings here as this blast adds 2 more. So McMinn players, they're really jacked now. You're going to see as they come out. They smell an upset of the #1 seed Bradley Bears, who have lately been on a tear. McMinn is up a freaking touchdown right now. 6 runs, 8 hits, and when you look at the board, you'll see all zeros for BC. Game over, right? Wrong, Bowater Breath. BC has a man on. This is Cole Brand via a walk. Tyler Cross walks in to make it.
You didn't even give me a chance to answer.
Well, that's okay. Tyler Cross is going to walk as well. It's 2 on and no 1 out as he does that. The Bears have something started. Zach Roberts is going to single, so the bases will be full of big bad Bears right here. That's going to drop in left field with nobody out. So can they come back? Well, Hagen-Scoggins thinks so. Hagen-Scoggins is going to line a bullet over the left fielder's head. Look at this after we show the bases full. This ball will just keep on rising and go over the left fielder's head. Scoggins will have a stand-up double, so the Bears will get a couple of runs across. There's the first one, and the second one right there. So it is now Bears are on the board. After a ground out, BC leadoff man John Kleinert shows he has some power as well, as he will wallop a 3-run home run for the Bears and over the left center field wall, and the Bears trail by just 1 as John Kleinert drives them home. Bears starting to feel a little bit now, but they still trail, and they need to score 6 themselves to be even. Will they do it? There's John Kleinert coming across the plate, getting congratulated. The next batter is Taylor Bryant, and so Taylor says, hey, this is the first pitch. John just hit one. Look at this. I've got a little power too, and I'm hitting mine to right center field as I'm a left-handed hitter right there. Amazingly, just like that, the Bears score a touchdown of their own, and that in the second inning, it's still touchdown. 6-6 because it's 6 spot.
Oh.
They put a 6 spot. McMinn hits up 6. Bears get a 6 right there, so they get a touchdown there.
It wasn't a technical foul on it?
No. Where do you hear the scores are going to go on? This is a football game. This is not a baseball game. Look at this. He's pumped. Castile. I tell you, he's as irritating the pictures of that free creditreport.com commercial is to me. God, I hate that commercial. Castile, he'll follow with a single to center field.
But your credit report.
Yeah, the free creditreport.com. That's why I'm sitting here dressed like a sports reporter.
That's right.
All right, but a double play will end.
20?
That's right. Double play will end the threat. BC rallies to tie it at 6 after just 2. Top of the 3rd, McMinn gets lead back with a bases-loaded base on balls to Heath Comerford, the man that jacked the home run earlier. So, trailing 7-6, go to bottom of the 3rd. All right, bottom of the 3rd, Zach Roberts for the Bears leading off. He will get a 2-out single up the middle, but the threat will end. BC trails 7-6 after 3 full innings. Now we move to the bottom of the 4th. DJ Morgan leading off for the Bears as he puts a charge into one. Look at this ball. Carry
it's out of here.
Wall. 4th home run of the game, too, from each side now. And this one ties it for the Bears, and they are starting to feel it. As you see him coming around the third base here, you'll see him jumping up and down. He's telling everybody, this game's ours, and they're pumped. The Bears now are tied back up. Controversy on the very next play. Leadoff man Kleinert, he's going to square for a bunt. It's a nice one. He will beat the throw to first as you watch. And we're going to show you some slow-mo on this thing. He'll beat it out. He'll pull the first baseman off the bag, but it's not overruling whether or not he's safe at first. The umpire, if you'll notice here when we do the replay, shows him actually stepping on the plate as he's doing the bunt, which will give you an out. So Bradley fans were really upset there. They thought, hey, he beat that out. The guy got yanked off the bag. The home plate umpire had no business overruling the guy at first base right there. That's what appeared to happen from the standpoint of the audience watching the game. I see here's Travis saying, look, did he bunt the ball before he stepped on the plate? He stepped on the plate when he bunted it, and the umpire's saying, no, he's out. He stepped on the plate as he bunted the ball. We're going to take a slow-mo look at it here. Did you see now, there's his right foot. It looks like he might have a toe on the plate right there just as he makes contact, which would put him out. And regardless, he's going to be ruled out. We'll show a little slow-mo the other way. How about this? Haven't seen this before. New feature on the Cragen finger. And it looks like he did step on the plate. Regardless, he's out. So now it is Bryant's turn, and he'll get a walk. And Castile goes right on smoke. And I'll tell you, this guy hits the ball, and he hits it hard every single time up. Batting 560, 570, something like that, 13, 14 home runs. It's 2 on now, and he'll take second on the throw. Timmy Lynn will be walked to load the bases. So McMinn in trouble. Bradley on a roll again. So Cole Brand is the next hitter, and more controversy. He's going to dribble one out in front of third base. Bryant beats the throw home. They watch Bryant come across. He'll come tumbling across. The McMinn County catcher won't know if he touched the plate or not. So he's going to go and maybe tag Bryant. But you see the umpire there, you may have missed it, but we'll show it again. There's a real quick safe signal out of the catcher's view. Now, meanwhile, Castile smoking all the way around. He's not messing. He's
catcher's still trying to find.
And then they get the third.
Tag him.
And then Bryant will get this. Bryant gets second. So look at all this. Brand will get the second. Here's the dribbler right here. Brand gets the dribble. Now we're going to slow it down here in a minute. See, he touches it according to the umpire. Now watch the umpire. He'll go safe, but the catcher doesn't see it. So he's thinking he didn't touch the plate. I'm going to go over there and get him out. Well, meanwhile, the other runners, Bradley runners alert. They're just taking base after base. They're not slowing down to see what the call was. And they're safe everywhere. So they got man on second, third, and 2 runs coming across on that little dribbler right there. So here it is. You can't really tell if he touched it, but McMinn upset. Now, the umpire probably should have made a verbal call here. Now, watch the catcher. He's not even going to see the umpire. The umpire still hasn't said safe. Still hasn't said safe. The catcher's looking at him. Now he's not looking at him. Now watch the umpire decide to say safe right here. Look where the catcher is. He should have been yelling it.
Well, or the catcher, if you're a good catcher, you have eyes in the back of your head.
Well, yeah. But anyway, so you can understand the confusion. So McMinn unhappy there that Bradley gets that call because there should have been.
Don't pull for McMinn on this.
I'm just saying there's 2 sides to that right there, but it wouldn't matter as the game goes on. But as you see, here comes the other runners across. Nice hustle right there by the BC runners. Everybody,
good base coaching.
Everybody's going to move up.
Go, guys, go.
Great running. Anyway, so some more controversy right there, but they're not happy. Tyler Cross will follow with a single to left field as Lynn will stride home. Timmy. Roberts will single again and score Brand, who was the one that dribbled that little hit that started all the controversy coming up. Here comes Roberts. He's going to single. Brand will score. He comes across the plate as the ball goes between shortstop and third. After a strikeout, Kleiner back up. He'll get a base on balls to force home another Bradley run. So that'll be it. And that'll be but another 6-point spot for the Bears right there as they now lead 12-7.
They missed the extra point again?
Yeah, they missed the extra point again. So they got 2 6s. 12-7 after 4. So the Bears on a roll. Bottom of the 5, Castile. He's right back up again. And Timmy Lynn will smoke one to deep left field after Castile gets on. He had a battery problem, missed that shot, but Castile will be brought around right there as Lynn bounces one off the base of the wall. So now there's 2 on and no out for the Bears. Cole Brown, he'll ground out, but that'll play Castile on the ground out. So they'll get the out at first, but that'll score another one. Cole Brand, that'll score another run. I'm thinking about Cole Brown. BC up 13-7 after 5 complete. So that looks like a football score, right? 13-7. Yeah. Top of the 6th. This will even be more so. Okay. McMinn's going to tally 3 off of that. One of them off this pick-off attempt. They try to pick off attempt. Nobody's covering. And I'm telling you, Castile throws it on a bullet line. He gets out to center field. Easy runner scored. And that's followed by a hit as right here. So McMinn will end up with 3, and as a result, the BC lead will be 13-10 as McMinn added 3 right there. So let's take a look at the scoreboard, and we still got a football score working.
Yeah.
So BC would need a touchdown, I guess, to put it out of reach right here, as McMinn has 1 possession left, or 1 at bat, however you want to look at it. BC begins to drive with a base on balls by Hagen-Scoggins.
Good job.
All right. B.J. Morgan's going to sack him to second.
So he gets 10 yards, gets another
10
first
yards.
down.
There you go, another first down. Kleiner's going to hit one to third base. He'll throw it to second base as Scoggins will wander a little far off here, but Bradley catches a break because the guy will drop the ball. He would have been out, and boom, he's nailed, but the ball turns to the ground. All right, and base on balls coming up right here by Bryant as we get a pitching change. And now, just exactly what you don't want. Look who's waiting on deck now. Castile. If you are the opposing pitcher, you don't want to see that guy waiting to hit. Well, here he comes. And just like Big Brown, Castile delivers. It's a rope to the gap in right center field as they had to pitch to him with the bases full. Otherwise, they would have found a way to go around him. A double for Castile. 2 more home for the Bears as they just keep right on going. Timmy Lynn going to get a base on balls.
Better to walk him at least only 1 run.
Only 1 at a time if you walk him. So Lynn gets a walk in, bases full again. Brand's going to single up the middle to score another. And base is still loaded as Cross is going to get another base on balls here. Tyler Cross coming up at 22. He'll walk, and that will add another one to the Bears tally. And after an out, Scoggins will get a single to left field after you see a run score. There's Scoggins, and now B.J. Morgan with a hit and put that touchdown, that 7th run on the scoreboard right there, and that would be enough to give Bradley a 10-run lead as B.J. walks up. Will he do it? He certainly will. B.J. Morgan singles Bradley 20-10.
Oh,
we finished. So they played football 30 runs across. B.J. Morgan ends the game right there for Bradley. We're going to go to a commercial break as we watch the end of this package roll out with the Bears in an actual football game on the baseball field. They're waiting in the finals.
Dear Lisa, all my love, Johnny. Dear Belinda, all my love, Johnny.
Buying 24 roses is expensive.
What's your name?
Janine.
Buying 3, you ain't eating thick burgers for a week.
Dear Janine.
Double cheeseburgers, 2 for $3 at Hardee's.
Congratulations to Bradley.
Hey, I tell you, they're looking tough. They're waiting. We're taping the same night tonight. They're going to play McMinn. McMinn has to beat them twice, which kind of gives a little bit away here what happened last night. But anyway, we're going to Walker Valley and Cleveland, 2 locals.
All right, I got that.
They met in the semi of the losers bracket. Here we go. Let's take a look.
All right, here we go. This is the Mustangs and the Raiders. This is one would go home. Who would that be? Who knows, right? Top of the first, Tucker Tipton gets hit by a pitch for Cleveland to lead off the ball game for the Blue Raiders. And then Jared Robinson would sack Tipton to second base. So Tipton, who has wheels, is already...
Tipton's been sacked a few times in his life.
Yeah, he has. Now he's like, oh, we're going to do another football thing here. All right, downtown Tyler Brown would walk, and so with Tipton on second, that would make runners at first and second. See how it works? The Blue Raiders are in bidnit, as they say. Pickoff attempt at second fails for Walker Valley, but it's successful in the long run. Ball goes into center field. Tipton takes third base, but Robinson is caught off first, so it's 2 out.
I wrote that down as Brown.
Brown, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's 2 out with 2 on.
But nothing happens. Here we go. Walker Valley.
Fly out, ends, threat. We move on. Bottom of the second, and Hyman leads off with a home run for Walker Valley. He's been hot lately.
He has.
So,
he's had a few of those home runs.
and so everybody's got to come out to congratulate him because he's doing it pretty often now.
Well, this is
like Rhino Castile.
That's right. This is to move on right here too. So big game, and it's a rivalry.
Look how excited everybody is. Good job, guys. All right, Shamlin's excited. All right, after 2 outs, Eskew, God bless you, would walk, and then Eskew would steal second base. So he got some wheels of his own. Watch this right here. He steals second base, little high pitch, throw down, doesn't get him. and he gets second base. All right, Walker Valley would be up 1-0 after one, as you can see by the scoreboard. So we're going to move to the bottom of the second. We got Casey Garner. Walks, who would walk. Right there for Walker Valley. Garner would swipe, steal second base of his own. Hope, what's his name, put it back, Eskew, so he could take it himself.
It's Garner stealing.
So he steals second base, but guess what, Mike? What happens? Proverbial.
Somehow the threat might end.
Yes, it does. It absolutely ends. Top of the third, Tyler Brown, downtown. Tyler Brown singles for the Raiders. And that umpire looks like he's running with a corn cob.
Yeah.
A little wild there.
In his shoe.
His shoe is what I'm saying. Brandon Rader would follow with a single. It's now, look at that run. It's first and second now.
Raiders up threatening.
And then Derek Sugar, which is, you know, very good ball player here. He would single to load the bases up for the Blue Raiders. So now we got bases full. That's what loads them up mean. Of Blue Raiders, the Walker Valley in a little bit of a jam here. So Quan Hooks for the Blue Raiders would be up at the plate.
Dribbles one there.
And it should be an easy force at home, but throw not handled. Cleveland ties it up here with a nice run of their own, as they say. So it's 1-1. All right, so we're going to move on here.
It doesn't look like a replay, but it's not. Look at this.
All right, so next hitter, you're right. Identical hit, looks like exactly like you said, like a replay, but it's not. He gets an out at home, and for out number 2, the umpire does his little hand there, out. Inning would end with no further damage, tied at 1, top of the 4th now, Cleveland. The Cleveland hitter would lead off with a single.
Oh boy.
Gets to first base, and then Tipton would come up the plate, and he would get walked.
He's not there.
For the Blue Raiders. Everybody watch as I get done talking. See, he gets walked, and so he takes first, and then we got runners at first and second once again for the Blue Raiders. So after an out, Tyler Brown would walk, another walk for the Blue Raiders, and he would load them up. So what happens when they're loaded up?
That means they had too many people.
Runners at every base, right? I guess. Brandon Rader then would walk, and that forces home the go-ahead run. So now Cleveland would be up 2-1 after this right here. Punching across the plate. Then first got to see him take first. And then he crosses the plate. He already crossed. All right, we missed it. All right, the bases are full when Sugar would hit one. This is not on camera, but you'll see him
stepping in, getting ready.
You know, getting the, after he gets the hit.
Now he's going to get the hit off camera because the battery went out right here.
That's all right, though.
There's the hit.
There's the hit. Result is a 2-run score as he knocks the pitcher on the ground.
Yeah, we missed him getting knocked down, but
he
saw the
probably
finish.
don't want to see that. You know? No further damage. Raiders get 2 and lead 3-1. As you'll see by the scoreboard, we'll focus. There it is, 3-1, zooming in. So we're going to move to the bottom of the 4th. Tyler Brown, who's only given up 1 hit the entire game, would walk Chase Morrow. And then, of course, courtesy runner for Walker Valley would swipe second base. So he steals second base, throw down right there. Doesn't get him. Takes second base. Now, this courtesy runner would swipe third base. He's got, he's stealing 2 bases. And there's not even a police in sight. And then here, it's 2 out, 2 strikes, still at home. Never seen
that called very often, but
very
hey,
often.
Out number 3, the strikeout. Out number 4, the tag it home. In case you
so there it is. So there's 4 outs in case you need an extra out right there. So now we're going to score is 4-3. We move on here. Top of the 5th. We've got
that was Camden Bridgman. Right?
Bridgman. All right, would single with 1 out for Cleveland. Brewster?
Yeah,
all right, just make his name up.
Yeah,
Cleveland gets a walk. It's 2 on and 1 down.
Now, we know this guy Tipton.
And Tipton would walk. And so guess what happens now? You got 2 on. You get Tipton on base. That ties it. Loads him up. Threat would end 3-1 after 4.5. You go to the bottom of the 7th. Hunter Spencer gets walked to lead off for Walker Valley for the Mustangs. He would swipe second base, steal second base of his own. Ball gets past the catcher. And then Spencer would score as also downtown. Stephen Brown this time would single.
The center.
Follows the ground out. So
2 down now.
2 down for Walker Valley. Best hitter of the ball game.
Their man's coming up. This is Jamie Harper.
Is coming up to the plate. But first we got to hear it right
Him
here.
on the line.
Tyler Brown pitched a 3-hitter, gets what he needed all night, gets Harper to strike out. Game for Walker Valley. is done. The season for Walker Valley is done. Cleveland advances to play McMinn County, who beat Bradley Central 3-2.
Lost to
This is
Bradley
the final. Bradley Central, I'm sorry. Did I say beat?
You said beat.
Gosh, I'm sorry for that.
And here we go. This is, we'll be back in a minute. We've got some more to show you.
commercials?
We'll have some more baseball next week, but we got a little derby coming up.
Derby?
Welcome to Checking to Cash. Checking to Cash truly is about helping people. As a parent, you should never feel awkward about needing some extra money because something's gonna happen. If you got those teenagers, now you're gonna have to get a car. Well, there's car insurance, and that's not cheap. My favorite customer reminds me of my grandmother, and every time she comes into the center, I have to walk around the counter and give her a hug. That's what Checking to Cash is for, just for that crunch time in between paydays. My name's Victoria White, and I've worked for Checking to Cash for 12 years.
My favorite part of working with Checking to Cash is knowing that every day I'm going to help somebody in some way. I'm very involved in my son's school, in the community. I try to do as much as I can with his class. Come into Checking to Cash and I will be glad to help you. My name is Latoya Dennison and I've been with Checking to Cash for 6 wonderful years.
Helping you, it's all we do.
Checking to Cash.
Get up to $200 by calling the number on your screen. Always use payday advances responsibly.
All right.
Welcome back to SportsVision. Mike, I want to come clean with something. I get something off my chest.
Okay.
Seriously. You know,
We've got about a minute and a half.
I know, it's been out in the public a lot with all this, and I'm thinking I've just got to finally get it off my chest. I also had an affair with Roger Clemens. It was about 10, 15 years ago. I wasn't a minor, but I was in the minors. I was in the minors. We started talking baseball. Next thing I know, he's trying to kiss me. So I just wanted to come clean. So now it's...
And you kind of enjoyed it.
It's like Mindy McCready, well, a little bit. Mindy McCready, there's Daly's ex-wife, some other woman, some other broad, and me. There's 4 of us now. But I just wanted to let
Join
everybody
the
know.
Roger Clemens bandwagon.
Yeah,
Bedwagon.
I mean,
anyway, we've got hey, I got some derby action. We went this past weekend and
Had a good
saw the
time.
triumph and the tragedy. Saw a great
was.
race and had a great time. And we're going to show you some of the pregame that we do on our pre-trip that we have. We get there 3 or 4 nights ahead, have a great time. And I don't want to hear anything about this. It's kind of a sad story.
Did you show you have some of this?
I got a little bit of that on there, yeah. And
It's
then,
very sad.
Yeah, it was very sad. And you know, I hate these PETA people that are beating a dead horse as far as I'm concerned. This is
that's
not.
no pun intended.
There's no
but
pun intended, but I get tired of
you're
that.
right, you're right.
These horses are treated very well, and you know, it's
You
just
know
the way
a lot
it is.
about
It's the
them.
way it is.
You
Yeah,
are
I do.
treated
Follow
good.
it real close, and we're gonna we get there on Wednesday night. Thursday night we go to the track all day, and that's when you really see the history of Churchill Downs, because you get on the finish line. It's not packed on Thursday. You get right down there close and see everything. Then Friday night they have a little get together in a hotel with a hotel band, and then on Saturday they get you know, the actual race.
Speaking of band, do you agree with getting rid of the whips?
I really don't think that does much. I think it just gives a little spark. No, I don't. I think it's fine. All right, we're going to roll this here. This is what happened at the Kentucky Derby. There's son Michael. We had Michael and Brittany there. Travis unable to get there from school. Here's the band. And listen to these guys. They play some pretty good stuff right there. It's in the evening, of course, and they're facing the hotel. We take this hotel over basically. There's a big group of us from Iowa and Tennessee. I'm from Tennessee now, but you know, friends have been over way back when. And so this is it's kind of the Thursday. Right now, this is Friday night. I mean, the day before the Derby. And you can see people standing on the balcony and all that. And there's just people just gathering around. And it turned out to be a pretty nice evening. It rained a little bit early. Then it rained the day of the Derby for about an hour, but it turned out to be not at the Derby, but on our way there. Rain stopped before we got out of our cars and got going. There's all kinds of people there having fun, as you can see, just getting a little crazy. And I don't know what that was. That was just a, hey, how are you? There's a friend of mine from Iowa that is always there, and we just have a pretty good time the whole time. And there's son Michael with someone not too impressed. There's Brittany. She came down. She had a good time. Doesn't want to be filmed, of course. Very, very humble. And right there. Okay, now we're heading in. This is Saturday morning, about 7:30 a.m. And you can see it's not raining anymore, but it's wet and it's kind of dark. And they go into the infield. We pay to get in the infield. It's $40 a head to get in the infield. We go down in there. We're one of the first ones there, so we can go stake out our claim. And you'll see it's almost bare when we get in there as far as people. But if you saw what happened later and how it fills up, which we'll show you. So we're walking in to our spot right here. You can see there's not many people around. The stands not very full. We've staked out a place over here, and actually 8 Bells, kind of pretty close to us, went down right over here on this side of the track. But that's some more people. Look, there's all important Kaibos. as well as, nothing going on right there. It just looks like a big field right now.
So let's wait and see. So reference to that was the starting line over there, so you were like...
Starting line would be to the left of those, straight to the left of those Kaibos. We're clear on the oval corner. We're on the top of the egg.
Yeah, it's right about where she went down.
Yeah, there I am strategizing, getting all my intelligence put together.
Right.
And which
that didn't take very long.
No, I was going to say, takes a Cubs fan. But you'll see now it's starting to fill up a little bit. This is really early, not really there. There's the board we can see. We can't, obviously in the infield, can't see the entire race. There's a Twin Spires. But look at that, there's Twin Spires, and there is a Twin Spires. How about that? That guy's a horse racing fan. Now he's got the Spires on there for a tattoo as well. So there's a couple of pretty ladies right there that were along. And there's a guy that just knows exactly what he's doing right there, trying to figure out
lucky number 7.
If he won money or lost money. And actually won and then lost, and wearing 2 glasses.
How many pairs of glasses do you have?
And got a pin in his mouth.
There you go.
And okay, now we are going to walk over to the side where the people that have all the bucks are, and more. And you're going to see more dressy people. We're going to over by the paddock area, which you can get in on Thursday, but on Saturday it's so packed you can't hardly get in.
Did you see Billy Bush?
No, I didn't. But see, we're going to go in here now. We got to go through another tunnel to go to the paddock, and you'll see we'll be going underneath the stands here. To the other side. This isn't the same place we came in on. We came in on the end. And look at these guys dressed up like the Four Amigos or whatever. This lady right here, that little old lady, Michael's taking this pin off. She wanted an 8 bells pin. Now this is before the race.
Oh, man.
And Michael had bought one and there were none left. And this woman saying, oh, my mother would like to have it. Michael gave it to her.
Oh, man.
And so he felt kind of bad afterwards. So maybe I should have done that. There's a horse racing on that guy's head right there. Look at these little jockeys come through. There they are. Those are a couple of the Derby jockeys. Just little, look like little munchkins
Tiny
right
guys,
there.
I know.
And this is the paddock area about as close as we could get here today, but those aren't the Derby horses. They were an earlier race, about race 6 or 7, I think about the time we're in right now. There's 11 on the card, 10 is the Derby. Twin Spires up from the inside. There's Brittany sniffing whatever she's doing right there.
Don't you think Larry Burns would make a good jockey?
Yeah, it looks like
I saw this guy on TV.
There's a horse head right there. And now we're back. We come back over. This is a little bit before the race, but as you can see, now our little secluded area is no longer secluded. But you can't even see the Kaibos. There's people there. But it's sort of filling up on the inside. And now this is not the Derby race. This is a race on turf that comes right around close to us.
I saw that.
You can hear and feel the thunder right there. And then now, it's singled Old Kentucky Home, some of the group. You know, they all get together and they start singing when they play that. And now here's Derby race right here. Not a very good shot of it, but this is around that oval. And you'll see they're pulling the horses up right there. That is the end. And right there is where she went down. You can see they got a little tarp or whatever pulled out in front. Then they're going to pull an ambulance up as well. But see, they just got something like a big sheet. They're screening us from seeing that they basically having to put her down.
But were you at this point? Are you feeling more concerned?
Most people right there are crying. Look how sad everybody is.
I was very sad.
They're all sitting there very worked up. Now we're leaving here and we're on our way out, as you can see, and you can see our boys in uniform are always there. They have a lot of security at the National Guard, and you'll see them standing there. Now we're on the way out of the tunnel that we came in. This is us going under as the National Guard looks at everybody, trying to make sure there's not anything too nasty going on or people causing problems. And now look at that on the way out. A little bit claustrophobic right there, let me tell you. People running into people. There's Denise. She's still crying from the horse. Yep, and there's a couple of the winners right there. I don't know what they're doing, but they're having a great time. And that's where we stay at the Marianne Travel Inn. So that's the hotel the day before we left right there. So anyway, we're going to get ready to close the show, and we hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next week. We'll finish the baseball district action.